Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand up.
Hello friends, and welcome again to another Street Fighter Duel video.
Hey guys, welcome again to the channel, and today in this video we'll be talking about the 2 teams, 3 teams, 4 teams that you need to have and you need to use, and what options do you have in this game, especially if you're free to play or a casual spender. If you're also a whale, not that big a much, or you're not power creeping the levels and you need some stuns, these might help you and give you some insight of what we're using currently in the meta of stunning the enemy and bypassing the stages. Now, as you know, I bypassed, actually, and I'm proud of it, I'm the first free-to-play player to bypass 4 teams at 39-24, and I will be showing this later. Actually, I used 4 teams, and I used a mercenary on that stage, but I could always finish it without a mercenary, but I decided to use a mercenary because it was easier for me, and I already have it. But I will be showcasing the teams that I'm using without mercenaries, and this is all full free-to-play. As you see, still my account is free-to-play. I didn't use any purchases whatsoever. Now, unfortunately, I'm gonna show you how I finished 38-40, but it will be the last fight, and it's the hardest fight actually, which counts and what you need to understand about it. And I couldn't record all the other fights because when you finish the chapter and you want to go back and check the replays, you can't, and the only one that you can do is before you go out of the screen, you can check the last battle that you've done, and this is what I recorded actually for me to show you and to help you with, and we'll be talking about it. And I hope they implement a good system, because if an update happens, you can go to the chapters, click on them, and click here and check the replays. But sometimes it will be expired if they drop an update. Now, if they update the game tomorrow and we have an update file, these will not exist anymore, so you can't see the replays anymore. This is why I'm making these videos and archiving them. If you want to go back and watch it, if you get this to the stage, or you want to have an idea how to bypass some stages, maybe these teams will help you. Now, talking about the teams. So I have these sets of teams, I'll be showing you them here. So, first team that I'm using, and always it works and it's super helpful, it's the Jailbreak Cody team. And why is that? I love to use him with Dalsim for a specific reason that I'll be talking about now, and with Abel. And as you see, I put Fei Long on Abel because he survives till the end of the battle and burn will inflict more damage. I use Mayor Cody on Dalsim because he will deal 15% more damage to their top attacker. So when you kill him, the top other attacker will take 15% more damage, and it will gain more stats for Mayor Cody. Hence, it will get Dalsim more stats if he wins the duel. I'm using Summer Yang because I use his C2, and his C2 gives me combo meter, so I can spam spells after that if I killed anybody, or if he inflict armor break. So let's talk about Jailbreak Cody. Now, why do I use Jailbreak Cody? And as you see, if I'm not using... So my other team, I'm using Guile on the team. And when I'm not using Guile, I want the gears because he can wear the same gears. I take the gears off him, and I take the gears of Zangief. When I have the good gears of Zangief, I give them to Abel and to Jailbreak Cody because they get the power gears. And this is how I go with the team. At the start of the battle, I wait, and right before, when the enemy wanna hit, when you see them starting their animation, immediately I press the EX move, and this is so important to understand, the EX move. I press the EX move, it freezes the time, and it will give me more time for me to land the combo. Then I start with the super of Jailbreak Cody, and he grabs the enemy from behind and grabs them to the front line in front of your tank. Then I use the C1 of Abel, C2 of Summer Yang, and then the C3 of Dalsim. Now, pay attention. You need to understand that you need to take your time, your full time doing this rotation. Why? So, Jailbreak Cody, if we go and check his skills, if you're gonna use his C1, after he uses his C1, so his C1, his super, what it does, he throws a shackle, grabs the unit from the behind, and there's a 50% chance to stun them, which means interrupt them and stop the combo. And this is what you need to do. And if you don't read stun or interrupt on the enemy, it means they will go with your combo. It means you need to restart the entire battle. And I know it's a little bit of RNG, but it's a 50-50%, which is good enough. And I will show you how I bypassed many stages using this rotation. And the thing is that you have a free combo. So even if your bar is 0, is full, if your gauge, if your energy bar is 0, you can always start with his super. It takes 0 energy. You have a free combo. But the downside of it, that is, it will reduce combo damage of all teammates by 80% for 6 seconds. Now, 6 seconds is not long enough, so you can deal damage with the C3 of Dalsim. So I start with his super, and then before I hit the C1 of my Abel, I let Abel take his time with his C1 until it goes down till the end, then I press the C1. And after that, I wait also until the C2 of Summer Yang to go till the end, then I press the C2. Then I wait for Dalsim until his C3 reaches the end and I press the C3, and now I gain the full damage of the C3 of Dalsim and I kill the enemies and I move on. I do it twice, or sometimes I one-shot the team with Dalsim, depending how much he's built and how many levels do you have on your units. Now, the second thing, why do I use Summer Yang's C2, not his C1? Now, at the start I use his C2, in the end I use his C1 for healing. Now, why do I use his C2? Summer Yang, his C2 is unbelievably good. Now, his C2 applies armor break on your enemy. He hits them 6 times, and there's 25% base chance to hit armor break. And this, what happens when you hit armor break, it fills your super gauge by 60 for every stack of armor break. Sometimes he hit 4, sometimes 3, sometimes 2, maybe 1, maybe nothing. But when he hits the armor break, it will give you more combo meters so you can spam your spells afterwards. So this is why I use his C2 so much, and it's one of the most successful teams and the most fun teams that I love to use, because it's like Scorpion. He goes like Scorpion, like he said, come here, Jailbreak Cody, and he grabs the enemy from the back line and then grab it to you. Now, the second team that I love to use also is a great team. If your enemy is in the back, in the middle, or on the front, it doesn't matter wherever they are, this setup will stun them 100%, whoever they are. So the rotation goes with Fashion Blanca. You start with Fashion Blanca, and he hits all the enemies. And his super gather them all in the corner, so all of them are on one line. And you do this at the 81 second. Most of the time on 81 second, because they start at 81 seconds. Except versus a Jury team, because versus Jury, she's gonna be uninterruptible. Like, you can't interrupt her when she does her super. So you gather them all in the... And whoever it is, Viper, Dalsim, Chun-Li, whoever it is, the enemy that you want to fight, they're gonna use their super. When they use their super, they step forward one time, one dash, except for Poison. Now, normal Poison steps back. Everybody else steps to the front when they want to do their super. So if you're fighting State Poison, don't use this method. It doesn't work with her. You can use Jailbreak Cody. After she dashes back, you can hit his super and grab her. So they go back all to the end of the map because you use the super of Fashion Blanca. As soon as the enemy starts their rotation, you drop an EX, stop the time as usual, and then you drop the super of Honda and hit them. And Honda will interrupt them with his C1. Then you continue with the C2 of Fashion Blanca, then the C3 of Viper. You do this once or twice, and in the end, if there's one enemy or two enemies, you just drop Viper, C1 of Honda, C2 of Fashion Blanca, then Viper, and it's a GG, everybody will die. This is also a successful team, it never failed me. Now, the third team, and I will be talking about this team also. Now, this team, I use Zangief and Guile. It's the same situation that we always know. We start with Guile, Elena or Street Poison, then Zangief, then Guile, and that's it. You only need maybe one EX for healing, but that doesn't matter. Sometimes you use Elena, so you don't need heals. And as you see, I'm using Jury on this stage. Actually, I was playing it instead of this. I was trying, and I got through it because of Jury, because I kept healing with my Guile. Now, there's another lineup that I've been using, and instead of Jailbreak Cody, because some stages he doesn't work, because you can't even go to the last unit because they're so much far behind, and like you have Adon and Guy that steps in the front and stay in the front hitting your units, while the back line is really in the back. So when you use him, you'll grab somebody in the middle or in the front. You can't grab the back line. And what I'm using is usually be Zangief on these stages. But if the 3 stages are the same, I use sometimes any unit that can push them all behind, like Chun-Li. Let me show you how I do it. So Chun-Li, and I use this dude, which is Dudley. Chun-Li, Poison, Fashion Blanca, whoever pushes everybody to the back, you can use them with their super, and then I drop the C1 of Dudley. Dudley stuns with his C1. I showed it in a previous video. I'll be showing you in this video. And let's go to the replays right now, because I don't want it to take much longer. So, the first replay. And this is the stage that I beat. It's 38-40, and it's the 3 teams. And this is the last fight. As you see, I'm using Jailbreak Cody, Summer Yang, Abel, and main damage dealer, which is Dalsim. And let's go and check the replay now. And this is how it went. So again, I'm facing a Dalsim, so I need to grab him from behind. And pay attention to the timing. Now he starts, I do EX, I interrupt him. Do you see the interrupt and the stun? I grab him from behind, the combo meter is done, they're interrupted. Abel, and as you see, I'm taking my time with all my spells. Then Summer Yang, then Dalsim. Dalsim stands on his leg. I wait again. I keep waiting until Dalsim wanna start. As soon as he wanna start, I drop an EX, and then I hit him with the shackles, with the super of Jailbreak Cody. And on the second time, you see, I wait, and I hit them with Dalsim, and then I hit with Dalsim anyway because the team will die. I use the C1 of Summer Yang to heal, C2 of Abel to give him more shields, and C3 of Dalsim, and I spam it again and again. The same rotation, same lineup. Really amazing team, really successful runs with this team. And as you see, they burn, they cook in the end, and they die. And it doesn't matter in the end because you only need Dalsim to survive. With all of his stacks, he will hit with his super and kill everybody anyway. So as you see, Fei Long will start, he's burning. He starts, I just hit him with the super and he dies immediately. That was a successful run. Now, let's go to the next video. And this video, it's on stage 39-8. And this is the first lineup that I showed you with Fashion Blanca. Look how I gathered them back in the back line, all of them together. Honda starts, I hit him with another Honda, interruption successful, C2 by Fashion Blanca, then a C3 with Viper, and then Bison keeps exploding. I have Mad Ryu on him as an assist. This is why his explosion deals massive damage. And again, I start with Fashion Blanca. They start, I hit EX, I interrupt with Honda. Easy peasy, I go C2 Fashion Blanca, then the C3 of Viper. Now, all of them are, you see, low HP. I start with Viper. It doesn't matter anymore. But, no, here I continue with Honda again. So, the super, and Honda wanna start. I stun him with my Honda. C2 with Fashion Blanca, C3 with Viper. Now they don't have anybody. I keep spamming Viper, Honda, Fashion Blanca, and Viper. And that's how it went. Now, the second fight, and this is the fight that I need to stun with Dudley because it's the main lineup. So I'm using Cammy for speed here because they have Cammy. I start with Dalsim and EX I hit with the C1 of Dudley, as you see, interruption, and I go and I continue with Cammy or Abel, and then I use Dalsim in the end. I'm using Dalsim because he's AoE of course and he deals more damage than Cammy. Again, I start with Dalsim, EX move, boom, stun with Dudley, and as you read, interruption, and I continue C2 with Abel and C3 with Dalsim, and as you see, everybody is cooking and dying. I continue my rotation, Dalsim, Abel, Cammy, then Dalsim. I don't need any more interruptions, I just need to deal damage and kill them. And as you see, in the end of this battle, everybody dies except my Dalsim stands there and kill everyone. He stands unfazed. Look at him, look at him. What an absolute monster. Now, the last fight on this stage, and it's the Guile team, so I will not be slowing anything. You all know the drill. Guile, Street Poison, or Elena, then be Zangief. With proper timing, you can hit them with Guile, and as you see, he does the damage. I go back to back because I saw they're low on HP, it means I can do that. Everybody is dying, and now as you see here, I'm gonna take damage, so I drop the EX move of Gormagala, and I use the C2 of Zangief, normal Zangief, because my B Zangief died, and again I drop healings. I use Guile, Poison, Zangief, then Guile, and that's it. And yeah, that was it for these fights. Now, if you want more teams, better things, you have many options. You have Makoto with her C2. She can interrupt if you want. Blanca, passively on the lineup, he can stand there. Whenever they want to start a combo, it's a trigger effect. He will stun them immediately. And that also works. Also, you can use DJ. Now, DJ with his C2, I think his C2. Yes, with his C2, you have a 30% chance to stun. He hits 8 times. And it goes to 50%. So it's more consistent, and I will be testing him and using him later. And he will be on my 4th team consistently, because 50%, 8 times. So 8 times 50, that's more percentage. It means he will interrupt. But the problem with him, I want him to be faster and not squishy. And I will be testing him also. And there's other things. If you're having Nero on your teams, I don't have Nero. Nero can interrupt with his C2 or his C1. And I will be showing that later, actually, if I get him. Now, one team that you don't need to use anything with the team, literally nobody, you can just go raw damage, is the Immortal team. So you use Bison, you use Witch Jury, Virgil, and you can use either Elena, Summer Yang, or the new Elena. If she's SS, double S for you, and she have an exclusive unlocked, she takes no damage. She literally takes no damage. She's immortal. So you can start your combo with Virgil, let's say, and she will drop in the front. She will tank hits, so you can use the C1 of your Bison, then the C2 of your Witch Jury, then the C3 of Virgil, and this is how it goes. If your Virgil is built to triple S, you one-shot the team, actually, after that. You need only 1 rotation, maybe 2 rotations if there's a lot of deficit, and that's it. This is one of the lineups. If you're a whale, if you're a spender, and you have this lineup, it will help you a lot. And yeah, that was it for the video.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, we thank you for watching. And as always, stay frosty. Peace.
Time to fly.